How do you eat out and be healthy? This is a question that a lot of people have, and it's something that I've mastered because when I started getting in shape 6 years ago and now maintaining that, what I've done is create a system where it's just easy for me to eat out and be healthy. Because this is where most people fall off, right? When they're doing their diet. And this is where, like, if you don't get this right, you'll never be able to get in the shape you want to be in, because every time you go out and you go on a vacation or go to a different country, whatever, you'll start eating the junk food, and then you'll reverse all the great work you were doing when you were at your home and you were having a routine, right? And so you need to master this. And when you do master it, it will just be effortless. Like, you can have way more trips, you can go on way more vacations and enjoy life more, because now you can travel without worrying if you're going to gain weight or if you're going to lose weight and lose muscle and all this stuff, because you don't know how to eat out and be healthy whilst you're eating out, right? So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to overcome that. So now you understand, like, the problem comes because this is a lack of knowledge, right? First of all. And secondly, it's like temptation, right? So it's the environment changes, you're in a bar, and then all the old habits come back, right? So let's tackle number one first. So the food, the knowledge. So usually what happens, based on the experience of me working with thousands of clients over the last 6 years, is people just go and just fucking lose it, right? So what happens is this, is I call it the slippery slope. So you go on vacation, and you have one food that you don't normally have. And people, again, you got to be aware of the language you're using around food. So people call it bad food, right? So for example, let's say you have a cookie. Oh, I had this cookie, that was bad. Now I feel guilt because I did something bad, right? This is the inner dialogue that's going on. Oh, fuck. I might as well eat some other shit because I've already fucked up my diet anyway, so I might as well eat more crap. And then you eat more crap. And then all of a sudden, the whole day, you've been eating junk, right? And then you're like, fuck, I'm going to start again tomorrow. Next day comes around, and you repeat the cycle. You have something that you don't normally eat. And then, notice I didn't say that you had bad food or you cheat on your diet. I don't use that. People don't understand how important language is, especially around food. So I always tell my clients, like, I pull them up when they say this stuff. I just pull them up real quick. I'm like, notice the words you're using around food, which is the beliefs you're believing about food, which is why it's still so easy for you to maintain this habit. Once we change the language around the food, then it's easier for us to actually go ahead and get the results we want. So for me, every food is on the table. Like, there's no foods that are off limits for me, right? It's my choice if I want to eat it or not. So I'm in control. See, a lot of people, when they go on vacation, they feel like they're out of control with food because of how they're thinking about it, right? It's your thoughts about the thing, not the thing that is making you do the action, if that makes sense. So once we get clear on the thoughts, then we can go and change it. So a lot of it's to do with the language and beliefs. But when we go look at the food, it's like, okay, what food is going to satiate me, right? Because if you go on a slippery slope, like I just described, what's going to happen is you're always going to be starting anew. You're going to be starting tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, right? And it never comes. And then after a while, you've put on 5, 10, 20 pounds on vacation for 2 weeks. You're like, fuck's sake. And then you go back, you're like, I'm going to get back on it when I go back. And you keep repeating the cycle. And it's like, hang on a minute, stop. Think about this. You keep repeating the same shit. Why don't you just fix it at the root? It's like me mowing the lawn, cutting the grass at the top, instead of like pulling out the weeds at the root. Right? I want to pull out the weeds at the root so this problem never comes back. And so this is what I'm sharing in this video. And so first of all, realize that all foods are on the table. If I eat a cookie, you got to know who you are too. So if you're an abstainer or a moderator, what do I mean by that? So for me, I can have a cookie and be fine, right? And not make it ruin my day and eat junk food for the rest of the day. That's me, right? And that's also because I have these beliefs that food is my fuel, all this stuff, like 20% is garbage, like I can eat cookies and shit like that, and then 80% is healthy, right? That's my belief. But if you're not an abstainer, and if you're that person that you can't just have one cookie, you can't just have one beer, you have to have all of them, right? If that's you, then abstain. That's what I recommend. Because once you have one, that's it, you're gone. And if you want to undo that pattern, by the way, that requires more coaching, right? So link below this video if you want that. But I carry on now. Next is the food. Okay, so having an understanding of food, a baseline understanding of I need to eat nutrient-dense food. Food is my fuel. The reason I eat food is to fuel my body. That's what I believe. And that's what I want to instill in you, because once you have that belief, you can go anywhere in the world, and if you know the answers to these 3 questions, you'll be fine. What do I eat? When do I eat? How much do I eat? If you know the answers to those 3 questions, that opens all the freedom in the world around food. Because now, anywhere you go, you know what to eat, you know when to eat, you know how much to eat. So you're fine. You don't need to worry about it anymore. So now you can eat whatever the fuck you want, right? But you know that food is fuel, so you're focused on getting the most nutrient-dense food you can, and you know that that's going to fill you up, satiate you, and give you the energy, mental clarity, no bloating, and you know how much to eat because you're eating until you're full. Because here's the thing about nutrient-dense food. This is what people don't understand who are counting the calories, is I don't need to count calories when I'm on vacation because I know that what the nutrient-dense foods are, and I know that I can't overeat them because my body will tell me when to stop. You don't have to tell your body when to stop eating food. You know that because your body has systems, hormonal systems that regulate the hormones so that it tells you when to stop eating. Your body tells you when to stop eating. I don't need to say, hey, John, James, Karen, I don't need to tell you to stop eating because you know, your body knows. Your body tells you and you're not hungry anymore, right? And so when you eat nutrient-dense food, this is what happens. The reason why people get fat is because they're overeating on the wrong foods. They're overeating junk food, okay? And there's a hormonal explanation for this, but basically, your body is never told that it's full because your body doesn't feel full because it's eating empty calories. It's eating energy. So your body just keeps eating it. That's why you could pop open the Pringles and keep eating Pringles. And you're like, fuck, you can eat 1,000, I can eat 1,000 calories right now of just garbage, like potato chips, right? Like crisps, chips, whatever you want to call it, if you're American or English. I can eat a bag of Doritos right now, 1,000 calories, no problem. I can eat a tub of Haagen-Dazs right now, 1,000 calories, no fucking problem, right? That's just pure energy. Ain't no nutrients in that, right? This is how people get fat. Because you can overeat on energy. You can't overeat on nutrient-dense food. You can't overeat steak. It's impossible. Try it. I'll try it. Try and eat 1 kilogram of steak right now. It's impossible. Like, there's some people that can do it, but I mean, if you fasted for like 2 days or something. But there's a Brazilian barbecue place in Bali, and I remember one day we fasted for 24 hours, me and my friends. This is another thing about environment, right? That's another thing that helps you do this. But anyway, me and my friends fasted for 24 hours, and then we went to the Brazilian barbecue place, and each of us probably had like at least 1 kilo of meat, easily each, right? But that's because we fasted for 24 hours. We were ravenously hungry, and our body was craving the nutrients from the meat. When I say nutrients, I mean not just protein, because that's what people understand about meat. No, it's not just protein. You're getting magnesium, you're getting potassium, you're getting vitamin B12, all the B vitamins for energy, right? Iron, you're getting creatine for muscle building, you're getting zinc, selenium. You need the zinc, you need selenium, you're getting the saturated fat to increase your cholesterol, to build your testosterone up. You're getting so much from meat. Meat heals, but you know, we got so much propaganda right now in the world trying to get you to eat fucking fake meat. It's bullshit. But anyway, I digress. So the title of this video is how to eat out healthy, right? And so that's how you do it. You focus on not just eating beef, right? But that's one of the nutrient-dense foods, right? So you can go to a steakhouse, for example. Definitely not salad, right? That's not nutrient-dense. That's just mostly water. And it's very low in vitamins also. And you got lots of risk with the pesticides and all that stuff. So I wouldn't eat that. And I wouldn't just focus on eating nuts and snacks. I'd eat whole foods, like animal nutrition. So meat, seafood, and eggs, and then add some fruit in there as well. So if you're sticking with those 4 groups of foods, you'll be fine. That's all the nutrients you need within the foods, okay? And you're going to be covered for all your nutrient requirements with that. Mostly, yeah, mostly. If you're eating that every day, you'll be fine. Vitamin C from the fruits, vitamin K2 from some fruits, but mostly you're going to be eating that with butter. So this is another thing I do. I get people to cook in butter. If I'm at a restaurant, that's very counterproductive to people because they're like, I gotta like speak up now. I gotta ask what oils they're cooking with. Are they cooking in seed oils, which linoleic acid is really terrible for your health? So ask them what oils they're cooking with. You want them to cook with olive oil or butter or animal fat, right? So ghee, ghee, and pork or beef tallow, right? So one of the things I do when I make bone broth, I use that fat to cook all my eggs in and the bacon, because bone broth gives off its own fat. Anyways, I digress. But you want to make sure that you're getting them to cook with the right oils. And so another way, this is one of my secrets, by the way, I'm going to share with you now. Another way to eat healthy on the road is to customize your order, okay, and order off the side menu. So usually on menus, they have a side menu. Most people only order what's on the menu, but actually you can make your own, or you can customize a plate. So for example, if they only have a 200-gram steak, and one of my things I teach my clients is to know how many grams of meat will it take to make you satiated, to make you full. So I know if I eat a 200-gram steak, that's not enough for me. I'm going to be still hungry. So if I'm at a restaurant and it says steak 200 grams, I know that I need another one to feel full, right? Based on my training. And so you need to know how much food it's going to take to fill you up. And that is something that you need to be trained on, right? Because most people they're just blind to it. They're just unaware. So what I really preach is I help people become aware of what food they need, how food's affecting them, how they feel afterwards, just more mindfulness around food, okay? And it's actually very simple to eat out and be healthy. But most people complicate it because they don't know what nutrient-dense foods are, and they don't understand eating nutrients versus eating energy. There's a big distinction there. Once you eat nutrients, your body composition will change. When you eat energy, I can already tell what kind of body you have. When someone books a call with me and I see the application form and I ask what they're eating currently, and it says rice, cereal, banana, oats, and there's hardly any protein in the list, I can already tell, just based on what they're eating, what kind of physique they have, because they're not eating much protein, they're not eating much nutrients, right, that are getting absorbed. And they're eating lots of anti-nutrients, which is a whole other topic, which is in the grains and wheat and all that kind of stuff. There's anti-nutrients in certain vegetables that actually block the absorption of other nutrients. So like if you combine spinach with meat, for example, you're actually not absorbing as much iron as you would be. And you're not absorbing as much zinc and vitamin K2 and all these kind of things because it's being blocked by the anti-nutrients, all that stuff, right? Oxalates. Anyways, there's so much things to talk about with nutrition, but just suffice to say that this video, the purpose of this was to let you know that it's actually easy to order when you're eating out if you know what nutrient-dense foods are, right? For example, today I just met my friend for lunch and I built my own plate. Guess what I had? I had 4 poached eggs, 1 side of bacon, 1 side of slashed avocado, and some cheddar cheese on top of a beef patty. That's what I had for breakfast. Well, my first meal of the day, okay? And I customized that. Oh, and some chicken, 150 grams of chicken. Well, I don't normally eat chicken, but I just thought, I'll try some. So that's what I had for breakfast today. High protein and moderate to high fat, okay? That's what I had for breakfast. And that's an example of what I'm talking about, is once you know what the nutrient-dense foods are, it's so easy to go ahead and eat this way and maintain your body. My weight does not fluctuate, right? The reason why your weight's fluctuating is because you don't know what nutrient-dense foods are. You're not eating them on a regular basis. You're eating lots of energy. And especially when you have more alcohol, you're eating more energy because you're now going out and getting kebabs or burgers late night, and you're eating more junk, and that's causing this. A burger is actually not bad, but it's everything else that comes with a burger. The actual burger itself, the patty, nothing wrong with that. So people just got it backwards. That's why I had a patty today for my first meal. Anyways, Bali is a great place to be healthy because, I went to a CrossFit restaurant. They got a whole side menu. It's like they got keto on the menu, paleo. It's actually really easy, but that's no excuse, right? Once you know these principles, you can easily eat out anywhere, okay? Focus on increasing your protein at every meal. I always train my clients, when you eat a plate of food, ask yourself, where's the protein? I need at least half the plate to be protein. Where is it? Where am I getting my protein from? And these principles, when you apply them, now you're going to start seeing real results. Okay, my whole goal with nutrition is not to be like the guy that's counting calories on his app. That's not my goal. If you like that style, I'm not your guy, right? I'm teaching you how to eat intuitively based on following some certain principles that when you follow them, you know what to eat and you know how much to eat to fill you up, to satiate you, to have 3, 4, 5 hours where you don't eat food, where you don't need to feel ravenously hungry. I'm never ravenously hungry. Like, I get hungry, of course, obviously, but I'm not like, fuck, I need to eat. That's caused by the carbs and the sugars, causing the low blood sugar and the hangriness that people feel before they eat food because they're addicted to the carbohydrates, the sugars. What my body now is fat adapted, right? So when you're fat adapted, it's like having sticks on the fire and burning them versus having coal on the fire. The coal burns for a long time. The sticks burn out very fast. That's the difference between being based on sugar and fat adapted, like what I'm preaching to you, basically. And so I hope you apply these tips and enjoy, because this is a super valuable video that's made for you. And if you apply these tips that I shared in this video, you won't have this problem ever again. I mean, unless you have emotional issues which are causing you to drink alcohol and eat junk, then we need to go deeper into that, into your beliefs, and maybe there's some trauma there, or maybe there's some events that have happened in your life that you've attached meanings to that make you do those behaviors. So we need to go into that, okay, and rewire those and reprogram those beliefs that you have around that thing and help you with that. So if you want help with that, go ahead and click the link below this video and get access to our coaching program, and then we'll jump on the phone, see if we're a good fit for coaching. You can actually watch the webinar below this video, and then there's going to be a button that pops up, and then you go and, apply there, fill out your application form, and then we can jump on the phone and see if you're a good fit. We'll ask you where you are, where you want to be, and how we can help you get there, and see if you're a good fit, all right? So hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. I'm going to go and chill out now and relax. So click the link below this video to get access to that, and like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. My name is Aaron. Thanks for watching.